Hello, and it's Tess here today. I want to continue our conversation about the heavy metals and the detoxification of those heavy metals. So we've done a lot of talk before about the mercury and amalgams and what some of the effects are and this of signs and symptoms are of some of this exposure to toxic metals. So today I want to just talk to you a little bit about different protocols that you can follow maybe at home. I want to spend the majority of this video talking to you about that and giving you some hints and tips and ideas on that. But before that, I just want to tell you that if you wanting to know whether you have toxic levels of metals in your body, I, of course, I'm a bioresonance practitioner, so with this machine behind me, powerful piece of equipment, find yourself a bioresonance practitioner and they can test for you if heavy metals are stressing your body, and then also which ones and where they're located in your system, what tissues they're in. Okay, so that's the first way actually that we can test for heavy metals, and it's very accurate. And then we can treat it with the machine as well. Okay, so really, really good treatment for the heavy metals. So the second way is through a hair tissue mineral analysis. Now there's a bit of controversy around that really. Some people say it works and some people say no, it doesn't. I really like it because I actually I've got access to a forensic lab, and these guys, they do a great job. So so here's the deal. Why don't we just do a blood test? Well, my common sense tells me, very simply, the blood is a transport system, and this is not where the biochemistry of the body actually takes place. So by getting a tissue sample in the hair, by using the hair, we can get a really good idea as to what, we can get some insights there as to what the mineral status of the body is. We can see if there's nutritional deficiencies there, if there's imbalances between different minerals. We can see if there's excess. So not just do we test for toxic minerals in there, it gives us a really good insight into the whole nutritional status on that mineral level. So I really like it. Yeah, that's basically, there's another way. There's a little device called an oligo scan. I don't have one, but there might be some practitioners who do have one. And that's not a bad way to go about it. It actually shows you, it rolls over your hand and then it scans according to a galvanized skin response. Okay. So let's have a look at, I've made some notes. So let's have a look at how we can detoxify. First of all, in clinic, what I do clinically is, as I said to you before, I use the bioresonance machine for detoxification, but I also add protocols to that. So before we detox anything, especially mercury, here's a very big warning for you. Take note, please. You must remove your amalgams. So all those silver fillings that are in your mouth and your teeth, have them removed. And please do your research on the dentist that you use. I would rather pay a little bit more and ask all the right questions. Just go online and find out exactly what needs to be done to facilitate a very, very clean and toxin-free removal of your amalgams. Okay, there's some processes that the dentists really need to follow. So remove the source of these toxic metals. Okay, that makes more sense. So don't do a detox if you're not going to, of your body, if you're not going to remove your environmental toxins that contain these different metals. Okay, the way that we've done it in our home, and the way that I always recommend to my clients, is start using our essential oils for your cleaning products. Start using essential oils daily in your life, and also the products, and specifically our doTERRA products are pretty amazing. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. Okay, one of the things that I do in my clinic space, and you can have access to it, probably the most incredible supplement, I'd say, is to use clay. Now, I use this company's clay, Premier Research Labs, and I have an account through New Zealand. We can get it in because it's a US-based company. And so this is called Mediclay FX. It's a calcium bentonite clay. It's not just any calcium bentonite. Please don't think you can just walk up to the shelf at the health food shop and then, you know, get yourself calcium bentonite. This is quantum level calcium bentonite, and the size matters of the particles matter. So the way that it works, I won't get into much detail, but it can really grab on to what's toxic in the body, not just metals. Very, very strong binding adsorption properties, and then take it out the body. So the way you have this is sort of maybe in water. It's actually a capsule that you break open and you stir it into water with a non-metal spoon, that is. Yeah, so anyway, I'm quite happy for you guys to get onto this. Send me a message or rather comment below, and we can get you onto this fantastic product. Okay, so clay is really amazing, and the second thing that you can do, but I also do in my clinic, is I actually get people onto some herbal concoction. Now, for some people, when I test them up and I do energy testing, I've got to make them up the herb, and the herb contains things like chlorella and cilantro. Okay, that's coriander in Australia, coriander leaf. It contains milk thistle and dandelion root and burdock and red clover and sometimes turmeric. So it's sort of a concoction that I can make up. But the nice thing is we actually have this product available as well. So through doTERRA, we've got Zendocrine available, and it's got those herbs in it. Okay, so that's something that you can use at home. Then I also put people onto the Lifelong Vitality Complex, the food nutrient complex specifically, this part of it, but the whole trio is good. But this actually contains some of those beautiful herbs. It's a very gentle detox, okay, but it really does support the system as a whole when you're going through it, because you're getting the minerals, and when you detox the metals, you want to actually make sure that you remineralize the body as well. So being on something like an extra mineral, sometimes people test up for concentrated mineral drops, okay, and you just add it to water. But I find that the Lifelong Vitality Complex gives you a really good balance of those minerals and nutrients that are required to support your detoxification of the metals. It also contains broccoli sprouts, okay, and a broccoli is one of the main ways to actually detox the system as well. So what the herbs do is the herbs actually support your whole detoxification system, all your organs of detoxification, from your skin through to your kidneys, through to the bowel, okay? Everything is being supported, and therefore I love it. Okay, so Zendocrine, Lifelong Vitality Complex, fantastic. I might add for people just a bit of extra bowel support if the bowels are not moving, and in that case, sometimes I'll add some slippery elm bark powder to their protocol. Again, this is something you can buy off the shelf, and just a half a teaspoon before a morning meal might just do the trick for you, okay? Half a teaspoon, you don't need scoopfuls of a slippery elm bark powder at all, and lots of water, okay? That's really the key as well. Bone broth is something that can be added quite successfully to help with the detoxification process. Again, it's got to do with the production of glutathione through the liver, and we've had that in previous, we've discussed that in previous videos as well. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can do physically, take in. I've had questions about charcoal, and charcoal to me is when you're taking something toxic in and you need a really quick, get it out of the system, charcoal is good for poisons and things like that. But if you're going to be doing a detoxification protocol, I personally am not a fan of charcoal, and I think it's really harsh on the gut as well, especially if you're going to be using it a little bit more often. Okay, there are other clays, if you like, shilajit, and a component of that is called fulvic acid, which is also something that you can look into. I don't necessarily use that internally. I use shilajit and topically, okay, as a clay treatment to open up the hands and the feet so the body can detoxify through that. Different process. Okay, so one of the things that I really, really love, and I'm going to share this with you as a sort of finishing up just a short video today, is the medical medium. Okay, give me a second, I've got his book here. Just a second, I'll move out the scene. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now this guy here, Anthony William, the medical medium, just look him up. Okay, he's got some amazing insights into health and well-being and what it is that's actually keeping us so unwell, people with chronic illnesses. He's got a detox smoothie that I've been using, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And if you take this on a daily basis for a few months, I bet you're going to feel better. You may feel worse before you feel better, okay? And that is with any detoxification. You may feel worse before you feel better. Be prepared for that. You may find things like eczema and psoriasis just flare up, or acne, it just flares up, or something like that, okay? Be prepared when you detox. So you're giving your body new information and you're stimulating your organs. All right, so he says to do and I do this, I love it. It's a smoothie that has a handful of coriander / cilantro, okay, a handful of that fresh. Then some Hawaiian spirulina powder, okay, spirulina, and some wild blueberries. I use the powdered wild blueberries, not just any blueberry, and some barley grass juice powder as well. And then you add to that some Atlantic dulse. Every one of those components have a specific reason for being in the smoothie. Read his book. It's actually quite phenomenal, guys. I'm a big fan, I have to tell you. Okay, and just to finish up today, these protocols are easy for you to follow, okay? It's easy to do. It's all available. If you want to have a look into finding the Mediclay FX, this one here, just send me a message, okay? I believe strongly in this, and together with the Zendocrine and Lifelong Vitality, amazing things happen, okay? So these are the protocols I put my clients on as well. And lastly, if we're going to detox heavy metals, a lot of things are going to happen in our whole body, in our whole being. So also be prepared for some of that emotional detoxification to take place, okay? If you've been holding on to things for a while, old traumas and old, emotional unhappinesses, be prepared to let go of those as well. And it's important to detox our body very holistically. So maybe some emotional release, EFT, anything like that you can support yourself with will be wonderful. Okay, folks, if you've got any questions, please drop a line below, and I'll be happy to answer those. Okay, have a very lovely day. Bye.